And the last thing that we had here on the ranch is another papaya tree. These things cannot withstand any wind. Obviously rotted out in a little bit of gust of wind. It just went straight down. Thankfully though, the building is perfectly fine and nobody got hurt. It's gonna swing and who knows what's gonna happen. It might hit me. It's the next day from the wind of the hurricane here on the ranch. The reason why I say it like that is because we were not even close to being in the path of the hurricane whatsoever in South Florida or in Florida. Everybody was messaging me, making sure everything was all right. We're 100% fine, nothing happened. Definitely blessed on that one for sure. But we did get a little bit of things because it was still a little bit of windy of some of the bands. So I'm gonna show you what happened here on the ranch. Everyone is all here doing their thing, eating up. All right, you guys, so we're gonna show you some damage.
Still a little windy.
Not like what it was yesterday. So let me throw you guys real quick to what the gust of winds were here on the ranch. Maybe 30 mile/hour winds, which is pretty crazy for the ranch compared to up North Florida where they're getting a category 4 that was up to 140 to 155 mile/hour gusts, which is absolutely insane. Worst damage that we had in this section over here by the cow was absolutely nothing. Our shade cloth fell down, the zip ties broke. That ain't crap. That ain't nothing whatsoever. Let me show you what happened in the goat area real quick. Follow me. So the worst damage we got over here is my gumbo limbo broke a couple branches and our massive papaya tree has finally went down, you guys. The whole entire thing snapped, falling right on top of the yellow napes, as you guys can see. And the metal sheets of the roofing for the yellow napes fell off too. We're gonna have to get that off now, cut it down, and get the roof back on it. We got a little bit of a bend right here. Wow, that's a big bend. Yeah. We're gonna have to bend that back somehow. But look at all the papayas. Poor papaya tree, we had that for a very long time. And here are some of the small little last bands that were from the storm, which are just a normal storm over here. We got a couple more things of damage and I'll show you around in a second. And you guys, I would take that 100 times before a real hurricane would hit the ranch, because a real hurricane that hits somebody that has animals is the worst thing in the world. I haven't had a real hurricane, or we haven't had a real hurricane in South Florida for over almost 6 years now. And even that one wasn't that bad. I think it might have hit here as a category 2. Anything after a 2 gets scary when you have animals, because your projects, your enclosures, everything gets put to the test. And the problem is even when you make that enclosure, after a few years, it starts weakening and things can happen very fast. And it is scary. I am very aware of a natural disaster, as you guys know, and natural disasters are probably one of the scariest things Mother Nature has for us, for sure. We're in the process of making a video, guys, and as you can see, a band has just come through, so it's kind of hard to record during the rain, but everybody's eating. Everybody's happy. Even the little baby chickens just hanging out inside of the dry area. But this overhang was one of the best investments that we did, but even though it wasn't built right, it is getting rotten. We're gonna have to redo it during winter time this time. Re-pull off the plywood and redo it again. Just another maintaining thing that has to happen when you have a ranch. Things wear and tear all the time. Bunch of watermelons, pumpkins, cantaloupes, and I don't even know what else we just got. The capybaras are going absolutely insane for them. And it's pretty crazy because the dad's cut is doing a lot better. It's almost healed up, but now the daughter has a cut because they fight for food when there's plenty of food. It's the weirdest thing. Go. All right, so inside of the deer enclosure, our gumbo limbo, she went down. So let's cut her up real quick so we can fix it up, and then next bolt pickup we'll haul it all out. So let's get inside there. You didn't drop your baby yet. She's definitely pregnant, guys. But look at this. The reason why this tree fell down is because Peanut has been gurgling the freaking tree like crazy. As you guys remember how much he broke it all up, and I obviously rotted out in a little bit of gust of wind. It just went straight down. Thankfully though, the building is perfectly fine and nobody got hurt. The deer's gonna get a little freaked out in a second, but let's just break this up real quick. Oh yeah. Sure. And then we'll feed him some food. But at least we getting this thing down now before we put this whole entire thing into an aviary.
Cut that.
They got tall. So like I said, we're gonna leave all the branches and sticks and everything in here. It's not gonna bother them whatsoever. I guess it could be some kind of enrichment for them. Same thing would happen if they were in the wild, trees fall and things happen from natural disasters. But we are gonna clean it up once bulk pickup comes through, and we'll pick it all up. Now, we're just gonna give them some apple, sweet potato, green bean, and pellet, and let them be. So one of the biggest things that we're always gonna have to make sure, especially, and the reason why I did it before we built this cassowary enclosure, is you guys know we had that sea grape tree. If it was very, very tall before and it would have fallen over and the cassowary enclosure got damaged, that's a no good thing right there. We don't want cassowaries running loose during a hurricane whatsoever. That's the reason why we want to make sure all of our trees at all times are small. And thankfully, my neighbor has agreed with me, and he has no big trees on that side either. There's nothing to worry about. The biggest tree that's going to be in this enclosure will be the bamboo, and it's just a grass, so we're good. But check this out. A little wet, that's normal. Our papaya tree has finally freaking snapped, for real. That is crazy. We've had this thing for a while. We saw it bending up and down, and it finally gave way. So what I'm gonna have to do is probably get on top of this cage and roll this big giant thing off, and then put the metal back on top. So Cassandra, let's get on top of here. All right, so hopefully I don't fall through this cage, even though this is a lot heavier than I am, so I know it can hold my weight. Let's roll this bad boy over. Cassandra, we'll watch out a little bit. It's gonna swing, and who knows what's gonna happen. It might hit me. Perfect. We got a little bit of a bent cage. I don't know how we're gonna fix that. It's okay. Get their metal sheets back, get them all organized, because now they have no shade. And we don't want that because it's gonna get real hot very soon. We were just told from the news that there's gonna be another heat advisory, which is kind of weird right after a hurricane, but it is what it is. You guys think I should leave this papaya tree? I've seen them before multiple times, like grow back. Let's leave it and see what the heck happens. Maybe it'll grow another papaya tree. And the last thing that we had here on the ranch is another papaya tree. These things cannot withstand any wind whatsoever. The wind was coming from over there, this way, going north, and it just, didn't do anything at all. South to north, and that's it. Nothing we can do about that. We're gonna fix that metal up top. Let's go check the aviary and see if anything happened in there. Everybody seems very excited today inside of the aviary. I do see a yellowfoot inside of the pond right there, just chilling, hanging out. We're gonna look around for some turtles. We might find some turtles on the ground. It really didn't rain whatsoever this time. It was just wind. Nothing happened in the aviary, which is a very, very good thing. Shade cloth in the back went down, but other than that, not even that many leaves. So aviary did great for a not even tropical storm, which is not impressive whatsoever. So my dad the other day went to an auction and got me a giant 3-door refrigerator that is right here, that somehow me, my sister, and a couple friends were able to throw it inside of here, which was absolutely massive. We're gonna get rid of this fridge, get rid of this fridge, and only have the 3-door fridge, and then move all this stuff out of the way so we can reorganize everything, and then have these 2 doors completely free so we can go back and forth. Because very soon, well, not very soon, in January of 2025, we're gonna be finishing the aviary inside over here, inside the deer enclosure you guys saw earlier. We actually already have all the mesh and everything on property, which is really awesome, but we're not gonna show you guys anything until we get a little closer to those videos. But this is a cool advantage right here, and I'm gonna show you why we're gonna use all this in just a couple seconds. The neighbors are always working nonstop here, so it's always loud. But look, we got more damage. My damn cactus fell over, what a shame. But the reason why we're gonna use the refrigerators and all that is because when we get these big donations of all this stuff, if we leave it here for more than a day with this extreme heat, it all goes to crap really fast, the lettuce and everything. So we're able to move all this big giant refrigerator, get it all in there, store it, and able to make it last for, at least a week plus, which is a good thing. A lot of this is cassowary food, and a lot of this is the aviary food as well. So majority of this is mostly for birds, but it's pretty much it, you guys. Luckily, we did not get hit by the storm whatsoever. For everybody that has animals in the north area, hope you guys are okay. I know it's not fun. It's gonna be a lot of work for the next few days. Hope your animals are all good. I don't know what else to say. Thankfully, we didn't get hit, but make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, put your post notifications on, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everybody.